Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lusi Fatmawati. I'm from English Education, 6th semester. I will present my proposal draft. The title is Improving Student Writing Skill of Descriptive Through Guided Question. Okay. Problem background. Language is a tool of communication. There are several forms for communication. The forms are spoken language and written language. The purpose of communication is to send a message from the writer or speaker to the reader or listener. English is one of international language. English is the language which is used by most countries in the world. English has 4 basic skills. There are speaking, listening, writing, and reading. In this section, the writer focuses on writing skill. Writing is one of the language skills that should be taught beside the other skill. Based on the curriculum of junior high school, which are recommended by the government, there are some texts which have to be mastered by the student at junior high school. Based on the reasons stated above, the writer takes a title of this draft proposal, Improving Student Writing Skill of Descriptive Text Through Guided Question. Okay, next, research question or statement. The general question of the study is there any improvement in student writing skill of descriptive text? And then, theoretical review. A. Writing skill. The definition of writing skill. The purpose of writing. The characteristic of good writing. The form of writing. The process of writing. And B. Descriptive text. The definition of descriptive text. Guidance in writing descriptive text. The purpose of descriptive text. And C. Guided question. The definition of guided question. The purpose of using guided question. Okay, next, research method. A. Research design. The research design of this study is pre-test and post-test control group design. The researchers prepared 2 groups, the control group and the experimental group. The determinants of these 2 groups was using simple random sampling technique. The research determined the control group and the experiment group was using lottery. After determining the sample, the researcher prepared the material and instruments that would be used to teach. Then the research made a pretest to both the control group and the experimental group. A pretest was held in order to determine the initial result of writing ability of the control group and the experimental group before treatment. A pretest was also made to equalize between the control group and the experimental group. This is done because both groups must be set off from the same stage and be research variable. According to Sudaryanto, variables are traits of characteristics of individuals that are in a group or community. Arikunto states that the variable is the object of study, or what is the point of study. Based on Sudaryanto, In experimental research, the variable is divided into two kinds. There are the independent variable and the dependent variable. The independent variable in a position apart from the influence of the dependent variable, while the dependent variable is the variable that is affected by the independent variable. In this study, the independent variable is guided question learning, while the dependent variable is students' writing. Research population. Population of this research will be conducted in second grade of junior high school students. And the research instrument. The research instrument is a tool used to collect data in research. The instrument used in this study were the first meeting, pretest, and post-test in last meeting. It is used to measure the writing score, student abilities. This test boards on the course outline each grade and the curriculum. Researchers also help the course book used by teacher as a reference. And A. Data collecting technique. The research is in cooperation of the principal and the English teacher of each class of SMPN 1 Rawapitu. Pretest conducted before the treatment applied and post-test conducted after the treatment. Each meeting had 60-minute duration. Table is the schedule of pretest, treatment, and post-test. Table data collecting technique. And next, data analysis technique. To analyze the data of pretest and the data of post-test score, the research employed ANCOVA, analysis of covariance. The purpose of these tests are 1. To increase the precision of comparison between groups by encouraging to variation on important prognosis variable. And 2. To adjust comparison between groups for imbalance in important prognostic variable between these groups. In SPSS statistics, the research entered three variables: 1. The dependent variable, post-test score, and 2. The dependent variable, treatment, which has two categories: guided question, representing the experimental class, and no guided question, representing the control class, and 3. The pretest score, which represents the covariate to process the data. The researcher was using SPSS program. And the last, reference Harvard style. Okay, I think enough. And the last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.